the Paradise Sons of the Order of Michael, for the third primary Seconophim and every seventh serial thereafter possess the remarkable gift of being reflective of the minds of these Creator Sons. If the Ancients of Days would like to know, really know, the attitude of Michael of Nebadon regarding some matter under consideration, they do not have to call him on the lines of space. They need only call for the Chief of Nebadon Voices, who, upon request, will present the Michael Seconophim of record, and right then and there the Ancients of Days will perceive the voice of the Master Son of Nebadon. No other order of sonship is thus reflectable, and no other order of angel can thus function. We do not fully understand just how this is accomplished, and I doubt very much that the Creator Sons themselves fully understand it, but of a certainty we know it works, and that it unfailingly works acceptably we also know, for in all the history of Uversa the Secaraphic voices have never erred in their presentations. You are here beginning to see something of the manner in which divinity encompasses the space of time and masters the time of space. You are here obtaining one of your first fleeting glimpses of the technique of the eternity cycle, divergent for the moment to assist the children of time in their tasks of mastering the difficult handicaps of space. And these phenomena are additional to the established universe technique of the reflective spirits. Though apparently deprived of the personal presence of the Master Spirits above and of the Creator Sons below, the Ancients of Days have at their command living beings attuned to cosmic mechanisms of reflective perfection and ultimate precision, whereby they may enjoy the reflective presence of all those exalted beings whose personal presence is denied them. By and through these means, and others unknown to you, God is potentially present on the headquarters of the super-universes. The Ancients of Days perfectly deduce the Father's will by equating the Spirit voice flash from above and the Michael voice flashes from below. Thus may they be unerringly certain in calculating the Father's will concerning the administrative affairs of the local universes. But to deduce the will of one of the gods from a knowledge of the other two, the three Ancients of Days must act together. Two would not be able to achieve the answer, and for this reason, even were there no others, the super-universes are always presided over by three Ancients of Days, and not by one or even two. 4. The voice of the angelic hosts. The fourth primary Seconophim, and every seventh serial, prove to be angels peculiarly responsive to the sentiments of all orders of angels, including the Supernophim above and the Seraphim below. Thus the attitude of any commanding or supervising angel is immediately available for consideration at any council of the Ancients of Days. Never a day passes on your world that the chief of Seraphim on Urantia is not made conscious of the phenomenon of reflective transference, of being drawn upon from Uversa for some purpose, but unless forewarned by a solitary messenger, she remains wholly ignorant of what is sought and of how it is secured. These ministering spirits of time are constantly furnishing this sort of unconscious and certainly therefore unprejudiced testimony concerning the endless array of matters engaging the attention and counsel of the Ancients of Days and their associates. 5. Broadcast receivers. There is a special class of broadcast messages which are received only by these primary Seconophim. While they are not the regular broadcasters of Uversa, they work in liaison with the angels of the reflective voices for the purpose of synchronizing the reflective vision of the Ancients of Days with certain actual messages coming in over the established circuits of universe communication. Broadcast receivers are the fifth serials, the fifth primary Seconophim to be created, and every seventh one thereafter. 6. Transport personalities. These are the Seconophim who carry the pilgrims of time from the headquarters worlds of the super-universes to the outer circle of Havona. They are the transport corps of the super-universes, operating inward to paradise and outward to the worlds of their respective sectors. This corps is composed of the 6th primary Sekanophim and every 7th one subsequently created. 7. The Reserve Corps. A very large group of Sekanophim, the 7th primary serials, are held in reserve for the unclassified duties and the emergency assignments of the realms. Not being highly specialized, they can function fairly well in any of the capacities of their diverse associates, but such specialized work is undertaken only in emergencies. Their usual tasks are the performance of those generalized duties of a superuniverse which do not fall within the scope of the angels of specific assignment. 5. The Secondary Sekanophim. Sekanophim of the secondary order are no less reflective than their primary fellows. Being classed as primary, secondary, and tertiary does not indicate a differential of status or function in the case of Sekanophim. It merely denotes orders of procedure. Identical qualities are exhibited by all three groups in their activities. The 7 reflective types of secondary Sekanophim are assigned to the services of the coordinate Trinity Origin Associates of the Ancients of Days as follows. To the Perfectors of Wisdom, the Voices of Wisdom, the Souls of Philosophy, and the Unions of Souls. To the Divine Counselors, the Hearts of Counsel, the Joys of Existence, and the Satisfactions of Service. To the Universal Censors, the Discerners of Spirits. Like the primary order, this group is created serially. That is, the firstborn was a voice of wisdom, and the 7th thereafter was similar, and so with the 6 other types of these reflective angels. 1. The Voice of Wisdom. Certain of these Sekanophim are in perpetual liaison with the living libraries of paradise, the custodians of knowledge belonging to the primary Supernophim. In specialized reflective service, the Voices of Wisdom are living, current, replete, and thoroughly reliable concentrations and focalizations of the coordinated wisdom of the universe of universes. To the well-nigh infinite volume of information circulating on the master circuits of the superuniverses, these superb beings are so reflective and selective, so sensitive, as to be able to segregate and receive the essence of wisdom and unerringly to transmit these jewels of mentation to their superiors, the Perfectors of Wisdom. And they so function that the Perfectors of Wisdom not only hear the actual and original expressions of this wisdom, but also reflectively see the very beings of high or lowly origin who first gave voice to it. It is written, "If any man lack wisdom, let him ask." On Uversa, when it becomes necessary to arrive at the decisions of wisdom in the perplexing situations of the complex affairs of the superuniverse government, when both the wisdom of perfection and of practicability must be forthcoming, then do the Perfectors of Wisdom summon a battery of the Voices of Wisdom, and, by the consummate skill of their order, so attune and directionize these living receivers of the unminded and circulating wisdom of the universe of universes, that presently, from these secharific voices, there ensues a stream of the wisdom of divinity from the universes above, and a flood of the wisdom of practicality from the higher minds of the universes below. If confusion arises regarding the harmonization of these 2 versions of wisdom, immediate appeal is made to the Divine Counselors, who forthwith rule as to the proper combination of procedures. If there is any doubt as to the authenticity of something coming in from realms where rebellion has been rife, appeal is made to the Censors, who, with their discerners of spirits, are able to rule immediately as to what manner of spirit actuated the adviser. So are the wisdom of the ages and the intellect of the moment ever present with the Ancients of Days, like an open book before their beneficent gaze. You can just faintly comprehend what all this means to those who are responsible for the conduct of the superuniverse governments. The immensity and the comprehensiveness of these transactions are quite beyond finite conception. When you stand, as I repeatedly have, in the special receiving chambers of the Temple of Wisdom on Uversa, and see all this in actual operation, you will be moved to adoration by the perfection of the complexity and by the surety of the working,